All right, so here we have the Ibanez TS808, the Ibanez TS808, their kind of first production model tube screamer. Made at home, DIY guitar pedal. It's pretty much to spec of the original TS808. The op amp's not exactly the same, but other than that, everything is the same. If you follow the link in the description to how to build this on strip board, you'll notice the switching mechanism is just your typical foot switch, which is not what was in the original TS808, but this is the modern wiring with easy true bypass. So it's pretty much the same, as I said, different op amp, but it still sounds awesome. You can make this at home. As I mentioned, there is a link in the description to how to build this on strip board. Not the easiest build, but also not an extremely difficult build, I don't think. It's a little bit crowded with quite a few components. If you're a beginner, probably a little bit too early to tackle something like this. Not that there's any tricky techniques or anything, but I just find the more components you have, the more likely you are to make a mistake. And then when you do make that mistake, finding out where that mistake is and debugging it with more components will take you more time. You'll lose your patience, and then you won't finish it. So probably an intermediate build, but at the same time, not super hard to build. Fun build as well, and it sounds fantastic. What I'll do, I've got this running through a loop pedal just over here. I'll turn the loop on, you can hear it clean. I'll turn on the pedal, and I'll take you through as I move up the gain. So we got three knobs here. We got volume, we got tone, and we got gain. I'll take you up the loop just with the gain, and then I'll set it to like a mid gain, and we'll fiddle with the tone so you can hear the changes there. If you want to build it, or if you want to invest in an original TS808, be my guest. But as I said, great DIY pedal build, a lot of fun, and it sounds great. Let's take a listen. Well, there we go. That is the TS808 run just with a little blues lick there. I think there's a lot of just variation in that overdrive, that little bit of dirt, but it cleans up well, I think. I prefer it just with a little bit more twang, a little bit brighter. I think overdrives like this and like Boss's OD series, they do give a bit of mud sometimes, but yeah, it sounds great. I also have an OD3 that I bought from the store, and I've started using the Tube Screamer over the Boss pedal more often of late. I just think it's a better pedal, and I think a lot of people agree with me. This is, as I mentioned, it's just basically how it was made originally, except for the op amp. I'd love to put in asymmetrical clipping and maybe a switch for that, but that's later down the line. I'm just going to put a cut in here, and I'll just do some chords just so you can hear how it sounds for rhythm and stuff like that. Okay, we're back. Just strummed some chords real quick, just so you can hear what that's like. Going through some chords, we'll do that quick. It's a lot less interesting, I think, and the chord work's not that great, honestly. So let's see. Yeah, just quickly running through a couple chords. That was just big cowboy chords, obviously, so you could hear how everything's coming through. That G, I kind of stuffed up a little bit, and so it's a little bit too much of the treble. It's coming through, but you can hear how it's all playing out. Once again, I really like this pedal. It was fun to build. How to build it on Scriptboard is in a link in the description, so follow that and you can have a go yourself. As I mentioned, if this is your first build, probably not the best one to go with, mostly just because it's quite a few components, and the more components you have, the more likely you are to make a mistake. But also, if this interests you, I have a whole section on easier builds on the website for you to follow along and work your way up to this one. You'll be there in no time, just kind of get used to the process. And yeah, have fun. Thanks.